CIYOTA is a refugee-led organization which was founded by refugees in 2005 in Kyangwala refugee camp in western part of Uganda. CIYOTA is an acronym which means COBRAS, International Youth Organization to Transform Africa. And COBRAS is also another acronym that stands for Congo, Burundi, Uganda, Rwanda, and Sudan.
In 1996, 7, 8, they all broke in the DRC, and refugees came here in Uganda, specifically in Kyangwali, and there was no education in the refugee camp hosting thousands of people. There were only 2 primary schools and only 1 secondary school.
COBRAS has done a lot of things in my life. I joined COBRAS in 2014. I was unable to speak a single word in English. But as I joined COBRAS, I started speaking English. As I joined COBRAS, I didn't have scholastic materials, I didn't have school fees. I couldn't be linked to the secondary school, but COBRAS provided me scholastic materials, put me on a scholarship from primary sector until I was done with primary sector and went to secondary sector. Still did the same thing, and up to now I'm still on a scholarship of COBRAS.
SEOTA helps children in the community, like orphans. If they don't have the way of paying the school fees so that they can go to school, SEOTA can help them. SEOTA helped me in paying school fees, because if I could not get school fees, I could not study. So by now I'm in school because of SEOTA.
SEOTA has helped me whereby I'm going to benefit the free scholarship. It is going to help me in my studies, whereby my dad won't be suffering for school fees because SEOTA is going to pay for me.
Since I started working in COBRAS, the SEOTA project has done a lot for the younger people at COBRAS. In that, it is SEOTA which is supporting the children as far as their welfare is concerned. In terms of school fees, there are those who are on sponsorship program, so it is SEOTA which looks for those sponsors. On top, others who are not sponsored by sponsors from outside, SEOTA itself supports them. They have got both primary and secondary program.
We got here knowledge, like by the time we were there at the village, we wouldn't know what a school is, but by the time we have come starting learning, we know what a school is. The teachers can teach us very well. Like they don't be absent every day. They come by the time they see children have reached, they also come.
So what has been so impactful, I can say, those children, as you know, they are setting. Some of them could not even make a sentence in English, but I'm proud now they can. Writing was a problem. Most of them could not write, but at least if in a class of 30, for example, you can get the 20 writing very well, and then you get those 10 who are still struggling.
The teachers have tried and managed to instill good behaviors in those children, whereby even the parents, they are witness. They say children have really changed because the way you are grooming them up, they have really changed. Even their lives, they have improved. They are different from those children who are not attending school or who are not from COBRAS.
Some girls who are a bit mature in the head, they feel they're mature, but when they're not, so they're being distracted. Like when they're coming to school, somebody asks, which class are you in? I'm in nursery. At your age 15, you're still in nursery. What are you doing in nursery? Why can't you just leave school? Why can't you go and do other things if they can't put you in other classes? So they get so demoralized and you find them dropping out. And this one, I have vividly experienced it. I have like 5 girls. They have deliberately left.
So some of the achievement of SEOTA, there is setting up the primary school and the nursery and the primary school itself. It's a huge achievement in the organization.
SEOTA has achieved a big number of students who have completed their senior 6, as well as graduates from universities in different institutions all over the world.
Also having this youth center where we are, known as CONES, it's another achievement. This center provides several programs or several activities, training students in computer. You've seen our computer lab here, training students in English and mathematics, also welcoming people who want to have meetings, hosting organizations that have seminars but they don't have a place where they can go.
SEOTA has also helped families to increase their income so that they're able to send their children to school. We have supported 40 women. These are women with the students in schools who are struggling to get school fees. So we selected these women, we trained them in business, how to manage a business, and later on we granted them with the seed capital to start businesses that are going to help generate more money to send their kids at school. We have also helped women in vocational skills, especially in tailoring. So we have a number of like 60 women who have graduated from the program. They are able to sew and work for people, and then they get money for their families' sustainability.
So there are so many challenges, and when you're working with the children and youth, like our organization, and in addition to that, most of them are refugees. So children and their parents, they do not have enough resources.
Here at school, the only thing which we are missing, the pitch is small, because sometimes if girls want to play, if we go there, boys they chase us, that for them it is their pitch. And another thing, girls' dormitory is small, because girls we are many. You can find when we are squeezed there, some of us lack where to sleep.
Other students outside are facing the challenge of not getting school fees to go back to school. Other things can be maybe basic needs like food, clothing, and maybe other stuff.
In the refugee settlement camp, I found the challenge of reduction of money that we could get from UN, whereby it was 32,000. Right now it is 13,000. Whereby my parent will say, oh, money for a book I don't have. Go to school like that, I'll bring it next week.
What I think SEOTA should do to improve the girl child education. One, it should put much emphasis in providing hand skills. For example, we have girls who are old. They come to school when they're 18, 17, some of them even 20, they are there. So what will encourage this girl to stay in school? If the organization can get funds, they buy materials to make these, the hand materials like the mats, the baskets. If they can also get more funds to buy the sewing machines, that one is a very good skill. Another thing, what I'm looking at is, guidance and counseling. They can also invite the healthy workers, They come and teach these girls about the sex education, the health education.
I would like to thank Cobras and SEOTA for helping us.
I'm so much grateful for SEOTA, the organization which has been here supporting people of different categories. In the first place, SEOTA has managed to facilitate their workers since Corona issues began here in the country since March. All their workers have been facilitated as far as their welfare is concerned. All salaries have been paid in time. I'm very grateful for that. I thank them. May the Almighty God reward them abundantly.
I think I would live a miserable life. I would be right now if not married. But I think, yeah, I say yes. Right now I would be married in a miserable life. Like, I couldn't be knowing how to speak English. I think the only thing I would be knowing is only writing my name, because I learned how to write my name when I was still young. I'm so grateful.
I would like to thank the administration for being good people. They are really treating us well. They provided us with accommodation whereby you manage to reach in time at work. So I appreciate.
We have been working together with the partners and, let me put it, stakeholders, who include donors, their parents who have given us their children and have helped us to instill discipline in these children. So I want to sincerely thank them, because if they were not there, we could not also be doing what we are doing.